it's kind of a last minute, trying to make sure you don't need to buy anything or leave anything behind, is you're gonna need room to move everything, as I mentioned, from one pile to the other. And then if you have anything left behind, you can talk about why you might not need that, or you might want to bring it anyway. And if you don't have anything that I mentioned, try to remember that so you can talk about it at the end. Maybe convince you that you need it, or you can say why you don't think you need it. Cool? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Philmont list, and this is in the guidebook for adventure, which you can find online, and also, I think your crew chief? Who's crew chief, by the way? Do we have a crew chief? Sweet. You have this in print, right? Guidebook for adventure. Yeah. Have you gotten your package yet? No? Okay. It's handy. You will make your ranger very happy if you kind of try to peruse it, and it's got a lot of good information. Okay.
What's it called?
The guidebook for adventure. It's also online. If you Google it, you'll get the whole PDF.
You guys have that?
The little book.
You guys got the little book?
Yeah. Full of all kinds of fantastic information about backpacking in general, but also specifically the way things are done in Philmont. Yeah. Just want to be able to get a visual of what everyone's got, and yeah, make sure we've got what we need and not what we don't. Hey, good to see you.
I saw your dad for the first time in a long time at REI just the other night. So yeah, thanks so much for doing this. You'll probably find on this, but there's so much you need to find out. The amount of water is what's number one. You could give us everything from 1 to 4 minutes.
I would never know it was one. Like after I carry it for the and I'm carrying it, I'm water carrying. I feel like I might run out. So I like to carry 4 or 5 days. Wow. Because it is a high density. When these guys are going, it's actually going to be the height of, usually it's the height of drought 5 days. You know when it curves. So the thing on that is just all extreme fire danger everywhere, right up until sort of mid-July. So finally we got that. It's very high. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Jack. So I would definitely recommend a lot of water. But, I mean, you've been there, you've done it, so you know too.
Take charge of these guys.
Okay. Gentlemen, let's talk about what's in your pack and what you need and what you might not need. So we're going to start with clothing.
You're fine.
Everybody has some kind of long underwear bottoms? Cool. And you all have rain pants? No. Rain pants are a good idea. A rain jacket is okay, like it'll, obviously keep your upper body dry, but if you get your pants soaking wet and you have to walk around in that for days, and you have that at night when it starts getting cool, you have the potential to get kind of hypothermic. One year when I went to Philmont, it rained for 8 days out of 11. So a full rain suit is a good thing to have. And you can get it super lightweight, so it's not that big of an issue in terms of weight. It can be a little pricey though. So everybody has some kind of long pants, kind of light. I know the new uniforms are fantastic. When I went, the uniforms had just changed over to a more zip-offs and more breathable. So everybody's got pants that are not jeans, that are not like arbor wears or something like heavy that it'll get wet and stay wet forever. Cool.
How about using your rain pants for your long pants? Is that an option?
I wouldn't recommend it. You're going to be in the desert, essentially. You're going to be under a lot of heavy sun. So if it's hot and sunny out when you've got your rain pants on, you could, I don't know, you could end up in a bad way pretty quickly. Plus, rain pants aren't usually the most durable. So putting that extra wear and tear on something that you probably spend a decent amount of money on is not the best. How many pairs of underwear does everybody have?
Could I ask you a quick question? What about gaiters versus rain pants? Let's say you've got, these dry in like 5 minutes in an arid environment. If they did get wet, but you said getting water in the boots is a bad thing. Would it be better to? I mean, is gaiters versus this, or?
Yeah, that starts to come down to personal choice. If you want to go with it, then I would go with it. Your Philmont, your Ranger is definitely going to encourage you to have a full rain suit.
Okay.
But if you want to go with gaiters, you can go with gaiters. What I was talking about when I said that it rained 8 days out of 11 that we were there was that there was no chance for anything to get dry.
Okay.
Once it was wet for the rest of the trip. And I mean, that was a kind of an odd, extraordinary circumstance, but it was the exact same time that you guys are going.
Okay.
And it is starting to look like hurricane season is going to be rough, and Philmont definitely gets those arms of the tropical storms coming out of the Gulf.
Okay.
They kind of crash up against the mountains and sit there, depending on, what's going on.
Do you think like the cheapo, like the Coleman rain pants would do? I mean, it's kind of like a nylon.
Sure.
Okay.
Especially for 11 days, you might not, they might not stay waterproof for several years, but
Yeah.
While you're there, they'll work.
Okay.
A lot of people had, what are they called? Frog
Frog
togs?
togs, yeah.
Frog togs.
Red Ledge is a good one. That's a cheap brand you can pick up at,
Walmart or something.
well, REI or Great Outdoor or something. Or Philmont Trading Post sells that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you guys get that, the rain pants? That's something we didn't, you said I wasn't sure I was doing that just because I've got stuff that dries quick, but if we get into the wet monsoon season out there, we don't want to be miserable, so.
Yeah. Does everybody have 2 to 3 pairs of synthetic underwear? Something that'll wick out and dry? Everybody gets? Cool. Hiking shorts. What kind of shorts have you all got?
Scout shorts.
Scout shorts? Yeah. I still wear my scout shorts from way back, like when the uniforms first switched. 2 pairs of shorts? 2 pairs of shorts, including maybe like the pair that you'll turn into your pants. That works. Good? Cool.
Jack, we're trying to come away, would 1 pair of shorts be sufficient? And if not, why? What is your experience where you end up needing the second pair?
So the biggest thing that comes to mind is 1 pair of shorts turning into a bear hazard if you spill something on it.
Mm-hmm.
Or getting kind of wrecked, which also could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you hit a rock climbing camp, like when there's no telling. But if you want to risk it, I can't come up with a terribly compelling reason to tell you not to, other than kind of the obvious thought of having a backup for something that you're going to be wearing every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good?
Okay.
All right. So does everybody have a kind of a long underwear top, like long sleeve, maybe one of those half zips? Those are really nice. Kind of turtleneck a little bit. Those are really good for early in the morning, for potentially sleeping in, but you want to stay away from sleeping in what you wear during the day, both for bear reasons as well as not taking anything wet with sweat to you in your sleeping bag and getting really